Everyone, and welcome back to another video on the TFC Football YouTube channel here today with a video reviewing the Champions League quarter-final draw and all of the matchups and what I think each team will think about the draw that they have got. So, without any further ado, let's dive straight in to the first matchup. So the first matchup that came out in the draw for the quarter-final, it was Manchester City versus Borussia Dortmund, and I think Manchester City fans in particular will be the most happy with that draw. Dortmund being one of the more favourable sides in the draw that remained after Porto, I would say, and I just think in general Manchester City will cruise through that tie quite easily. I feel like despite Dortmund's very strong attack, I feel like they can be exposed a lot defensively by Man City, and just the form that Manchester City's on, you just really can't look past them to go through that tie quite easily, to be honest. And then when looking forward to the semi-finals, should Manchester City go through past that stage, the other quarter-final matchup in that bracket is Bayern Munich versus PSG, and again, just a very, very tough side of the draw for Manchester City. Bayern versus PSG, all three of my favourites that I thought would be most likely to win this tournament, all on the same side, and I think out of Bayern PSG will just be very, very disappointed with the draw, but I do think that Bayern will still go through out of those two, but it's a little bit of an inconvenience for them to face a big side so early on. And in terms of what that means for the semi-final on that side of the bracket, when you look at it, it should be Manchester City who go through in the first game, and in the second game it's a bit more tight, but you would think that Bayern Munich would go through for it to be a Manchester City versus Bayern Munich final, and semi-final, you know what I mean. And when it comes down to it, those two do look like the two strongest sides in Europe right now, and that's only a semi-final. And in order to predict what will happen in the semi-final, it's literally the toss of a coin. Both sides are extremely good for me. Both sides extremely good. Both have massive attacking threats. Both defensively sound. And yeah, I sort of think that it depends on what version of each side turns up to the game at that particular point. Could be anyone's game out of the two of them. They both really do display a lot of quality, and yeah, I just feel like the other four teams in the other side of the bracket really did dodge a big bullet to miss all three of those teams. Now, on the other side of the bracket, four teams who were very much fortunate, and I think they will see themselves as fortunate and like the draw that they have received, particularly Chelsea being the third quarter-final, who drew Porto for their matchup, and equally, as you could say, Porto could be quite happy drawing Chelsea and avoiding the big three like have been previously mentioned. I think that Chelsea also will be over the moon, as in my opinion, out of all of the sides left, I would say that Porto are the weakest of all the sides remaining, but that's nothing to discredit Porto. I still think that every team at this stage in the competition isn't a mug. They got here through merit, and they're all top quality sides, but in my opinion, out of all of the remaining sides, Porto just falls short of the rest of the teams in the quarterfinals. And where do I see which team do I see going through in this quarter-final matchup? For me, it's pretty obvious. The way Chelsea have been performing in the Premier League as of late, under Thomas Tuchel, only conceded 1 goal, I believe, in all of his games in his Chelsea reign so far. And for me, across 2 legs, I think Chelsea will have more than enough to get past Porto to the semi-final. And it looks like all of their signings that they made in the summer, they all look like they're just starting to click and fall into place now. Timo Werner, very animated in the last game against Atletico Madrid for them in the round of 16. Ziyech scoring a goal as well in the last round. And yeah, Kai Havertz looking very, very classy as well. Looking like he's starting to step up for Chelsea. So, but if I think there is an outside chance for Porto, like for example in the last round, I did not expect Porto to knock out Juventus. But yeah, we'll just have to see. I think the most dangerous thing about Porto would definitely be their work rate and intensity. And yeah, I think if they can pull out another performance like in the last round, they will make it a lot tougher for Chelsea. And yeah, it will be a very exciting matchup. And in terms of the last of the 4 quarter-final matchups here in the 2021 Champions League is Real Madrid versus Liverpool. What a tasty matchup this is. Liverpool looking to get revenge for their loss in the 2018 Champions League final. We all know what happened there, and I think a lot of Liverpool fans with myself would agree that, well, I am very happy with how this draw turned out. We may not have drawn Porto, but they're still in our side. So, say Porto were able to do a madness and beat Chelsea, which I think is very unlikely, but should it happen, even against Chelsea, I think Liverpool will be very happy with the draw that they've found themselves in. And in my opinion, should we get past Real Madrid, I think it will be a time to book your tickets for Istanbul in the final, because I think despite with what Chelsea's been able to do in the league this season, and as well give Liverpool a hard run for their money in all of the games that Liverpool have played Chelsea this season, I feel like in Europe Liverpool are a different kind of beast compared to the Premier League. And I feel like if Liverpool did play Chelsea, I feel like they would still have enough in hand to surpass them and head on to the final. But in terms of Real Madrid, I think they really haven't been the same team that many people may think they are. A lot of people, I say, would be scared of Real Madrid still just because of their heritage and their history. But if you look at it recently, their form and the team that they have become and the players that they have on the team sheet, I think this is the perfect opportunity to play Real Madrid, especially for Liverpool. Their form's starting to get a little bit better, and yeah, could be the perfect matchup for Liverpool in the quarter-final. And yeah, with a potential Liverpool going through to the semi-final against either Chelsea or Porto, I think whoever Liverpool faces in the semi-final, Liverpool will beat to go through to the final. And then it's just about really who they face in the final. As I said before, I think it will be Manchester City or Bayern Munich. I personally hope for Bayern Munich in the final, as I think if we face Manchester City, where we play against them so often in the Premier League, I think it will be a lot harder to break them down. And just the quality that they've showed all season in the Premier League and the Champions League up to this date, I feel like they would be a lot harder to beat in the final. And hopefully as well, it would be Bayern Munich, because maybe there's an element of tiredness that comes in at that point where their league is not finished. They're still in a fight with Leipzig for the Bundesliga title, and Manchester City pretty much have the Premier League sewn up way out ahead of anyone else. So I think they'll be able to rest players for the Champions League if they really wanted to. But that is also the reason why, if Liverpool did make the final, I would want Bayern Munich over Manchester City. And also just the fact that it would be an epic final of 2 giants in European football going for their 7th Champions League title. Both of them currently on 6. Liverpool got their 6th in the 2019 season, and Bayern Munich last year, obviously. So I feel like that would be a very good narrative as well for the final. And yeah, I guess we'll just have to see what happens on April the 6th, I think it is, for the first leg of the Champions League, just to see what's happening. We have now come to the end of this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. And if you are a new subscriber, please make sure to comment in the comment section below. I subscribed, so I know you are a new subscriber. I can welcome you to the TFC football community and make you feel very, very included in this journey that we are going through on this channel. So thank you very much everybody for watching. Have a good day. See ya.